Well, I have finished reading The Party House. It was quite good, very engrossing. The main couple character kept referring to the secrets they were keeping from each other, so it was interesting to see if what my idea of what they were keeping from each other was what the author decided was what they were keeping from one another. I think I was pretty close. The ending was, I don't want to say a shocker because I kind of suspected this person, but Lynn Anderson kept throwing you red herrings to make you think it was somebody else. So, you know, I thought it was well written. It was certainly engrossing enough that I got through it in a day and a half. So, yeah, The Party House by Lynn Anderson is what I've just finished reading. Tonight we're having dinner with Dylan and Rocio. They've selected a Mexican restaurant for us to try. I'm really excited because even though we're in the same campground, we really don't see each other. Everybody's working all the time, so this will be a really nice visit. So I'll let you know how it goes. Well, we are just back from dinner with Dylan and Rocio. It was delicious. We went to Roberto's Tacos and we had a nice visit with them. So yeah, what a wonderful way to kind of start a relaxing evening. We're gonna go outside, have a propane fire pit for a while, and then just come in and, you know, settle in for bed. I'll let you know what I get up to tomorrow. Good morning. Well, as I said last night when we got home, the food at Roberto's Taco Shop was so good, and it was such a lovely visit with Kirk's nephew and his wife, Dylan and Rocio, who are coming up on their 1-year wedding anniversary. I can't believe everything that's happened since last April. Anyway, Kirk has gone to get propane. One of the tanks here in the truck camper needs refilling, and we burned out the last of the propane in the tank for the little fire pit we have. So he's gone to get propane. While he is doing that, I'm going to start a new book, Frida McFadden, The Boyfriend. So I have read Frida McFadden before. I really like her. So this is what the back cover says, and I will give you an update when I finish. I know my blogs probably seem really boring to you because with Kirk working full-time, I have a lot of time to kind of read, and that's what I do because it takes me to a different place. It is entertaining. It works through some hours of the day. So yeah. And I'm not ashamed of being a reader. I was a reader the entirety of my growing up years. My parents were readers. It's what was modeled for me. So I'm a reader, and I'm an unapologetic one. So anyway, Frida McFadden, The Boyfriend, and this is the back cover. She's looking for the perfect man. He's looking for the perfect victim. Sydney Shaw, like every single woman in New York, has terrible luck with dating. She's seen it all. Men who lie in their dating profile, men who stick her with a dinner bill, and worst of all, men who can't shut up about their mothers. But finally, she's hit the jackpot. Her new boyfriend is utterly perfect. He's charming, handsome, and works as a doctor at a local hospital. Sydney is swept off her feet. Then the brutal murder of a young woman, the latest in a string of deaths across the coast, confounds police. The primary suspect? A mystery man who dates his victims before he kills them. Sydney should feel safe. After all, she is dating the man of her dreams. But she can't shake her own suspicions that the perfect man may not be as perfect as he seems. Because someone is watching her every move and if she doesn't get to the truth, she'll be the killer's next victim. In a dark story about obsession and the things we'll do for love, #1 New York Times bestselling author Frida McFadden proves that crimes of passion are often the bloodiest. Woo! This sounds like it's gonna get good. So anyway, I'm gonna start reading until Kirk gets back with propane, and then he'll go back. I'm sure he'll be working for most of the day, so that gives me some time to kind of really pile into this book. I've done some editing this morning of yesterday for this week's vlog, and yeah, it's just one of my normal days. I'm waiting on the go-ahead to do some more episodes of the podcast that I started recording that we're launching called Birdscape. It's a backyard birding podcast, and when I do recording, it takes several hours. We have an editor, but I try and make it as perfect for the editor as I possibly can. So I'm not doing any recording, at least not so far this week. But you know, time will tell. I did a little Valentine's craft this morning, which I'm pretty, you know, it was fun. It was cheap. It was from Dollar General. It was $1. So, you know, you can't go wrong with that. I tried filming myself coloring this thing. So if the footage turns out, I'll show you a little bit of it. I'll show you the finished product, but it's almost Valentine's Day, which is crazy. It's mid-February almost. Our seasonal campground in New York opens on May 1st, so we don't have a whole lot longer of this trip, so we need to sit down and prioritize what we need to accomplish and what we want to do before we start back to upstate New York. So travel season has been, it's been really good. We've seen some remarkable sights, you know, so many lighthouses and national park up in Utah. We went to Zion, which was absolutely stunning, and even, you know, a few weeks later, I still have no words to describe how stunning Zion National Park is. It's just something you have to see to believe. And for me anyway, I believe it. I know it's real. I've seen it, but I still can't fully put it into words for someone else to appreciate. And the desert here is its own unique beauty. I mentioned when we went to the hot springs how I'm accustomed to mountains with trees. You know, I grew up in the foothills of the Allegheny Mountains in Pennsylvania, and then I moved to the Adirondacks. So my version of mountains is not what we see out here in the West, but make no mistake, that does not make them any less beautiful. So I am totally rambling right now, so I'm gonna take my book outside and I will let you know what I get up to either later today or definitely, you know, tomorrow, and as the week goes by. Valentine's Day is coming up. There's a hot air balloon festival in Pahrump this weekend that we are planning to check out. Kirk mentioned going on like a walk to a place that he wants to see, so there's definitely more to come. It's a gray overcast day here. I may take a walk and just see what the ducks and geese and other waterfowl are doing around the pond, because I haven't done that in a while, and I haven't done that walk on a gray, cloudy, yucky day. So I think I'm gonna do that, show you what that looks like. And yeah, thanks so much for joining me. I do this primarily so my friends and family at home can see what we're up to, but it's so nice to have other people joining me for this journey. And Kirk is so good at finding things for me to do so that, you know, I can record it for the vlog, but he's very shy and private. And, you know, if you're wondering why, you know, I keep mentioning this guy named Kirk, but he's never in my vlog. That's why. He's just really private and shy. And I am not going to force him to do anything that he doesn't want to do. This is my choice. And that's fine. That's totally fine. So I'm gonna get outside, get to reading a little bit, maybe take a walk. Kirk will be back with propane soon. He'll go back to work, and then yeah, we'll see where the day takes us. Dylan and Rocio were too tired after supper last night to stop by for a fire pit. We had about probably 45 minutes of propane before the tank ran out, so it would have been fine if they had come, but they were too tired and said maybe tomorrow, meaning today. So we'll see. Hopefully they'll come over for a little bit. That'd be nice. Get some more one-on-one time with them. And but the thing is, with all of our days, you know, we can plan and we can, you know, hope for the best, but at the end of the day, whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? Something either comes up or it doesn't, you know. You find something to eat in the pantry and you read your book, you have your propane fire pit, you smoke a cigar, you read a book. A lot of people go to work. And I miss work. I miss working a lot. I miss the people I worked with. I miss the students that I interacted with. But the thing with the podcast is it gives me something to do. Gives me kind of a way to organize my day or my week. And of course then the editor gets back with their comments and what needs to be re-recorded, or hey, it's good, I'm just gonna go with it, and you know, it's all fine. But yeah, I do miss working, but Kirk has blessed me with a really wonderful life where, you know, he is working remotely and is able to take care of our needs. We don't have many needs. We have found that moving into an RV lifestyle has really, we were pretty simple and pretty basic before, don't get me wrong, but it's might be hard for some people to imagine, but we're even more simple and more basic than we were before. So, and that's not a bad thing. Simple and basic, being happy with what you have, being happy with the people who you're surrounded with. I can't imagine anything more fulfilling. That's the word I wanted, fulfilling. So I'm still rambling, so I am gonna stop now. I'll let you know what else we get up to. Excuse me, and I will see you later. Hello there, Deb back here. I have finished Frida McFadden's The Boyfriend. I have to tell you, Frida McFadden has such amazing twists in her novels. I just want to keep going back for more. This was very good. It was written between the perspective of two main characters, one in the present and one in the past, and I thought that was a really interesting way to tell the story and to move the story forward. There were definitely some twists. Oh, so good. I am going to give this, I'm going to pass this along with some other books I've finished since we've been in Pahrump. I'm going to see what I have read that Dylan and Rocio would like to read, because Rocio mentioned at dinner last night that she was out of books. So I have 3 candidates for her by 3 different authors, so hopefully she will like those as well. And what they don't want to read, and we're here another, I think, couple of weeks, so I'll have a big old pile to take back to Goodwill and donate back to Goodwill, which is where I bought some of these. So yes, Frida McFadden's The Boyfriend was quite good. Kirk is inside working, so I just went to the little convenience store and picked up the newspapers. He sends newspapers every week to his mom from where we are staying. She loves newspapers. She likes to know about the communities that we're visiting and, you know, of course, the puzzles and things like that. So picked up the papers, walked around the little pond, did not get chased by geese, which was good. And now that I am back and he is working, I'm going to start on another book. It is called The Housekeepers by Alex Hay. And I am pretty excited about it. The front cover says, "A dazzling party, a daring heist. Never underestimate the women downstairs." So, yeah. I've read a couple different like suspense stories, mystery stories about housekeepers, and they've all been really good. So I'm going to get started on this, and I will let you know what we get up to as the day progresses. Happy Valentine's Day. We tried to go to a balloon festival. Well, we did go to a balloon festival, but this was the only thing we saw was a basket. There were no hot air balloons to be found, but there was a little car show and a community event. We went to a used bookstore, and then we walked around an abandoned golf course. It closed in 2008. Kirk just wanted to check out the lay of the land. Well, we just got back from Walmart. We went to Walmart because we needed more non-food things than food things. So first up we have trash bags, sandwich bags. We put a lot of our leftovers into baggies because it takes up less space in our fridge. Kirk needed deodorant. A sympathy card, some cookies, Dorito minis. These are all impulse buys, by the way. Half and half. Kirk got some Smarties Squashies candy. Packing tape because we send Kirk's mother newspapers once a week. We also got some dark chocolate candy bars. We send these with her newspapers. Granola. one of these salami and cheese snack things because it makes a great snack for lunch in particular. We're fond of doing that. Some hash brown potatoes with peppers and onions. Yum. We have this for breakfast. We have it on the side with various dinners. This is very versatile. And last but not least, some of these little baby potatoes, because I think we're going to be making pot roast this week to get some room in our freezer. So that was our Walmart haul. Kirk is outside lighting the charcoal. We're having a steak for supper tonight and some leftover Alfredo from last night, some Alfredo pasta. So that'll be good. And we're trying really hard to use up all of our leftovers. So that's what we're doing tonight. Maybe have a fire pit. Not sure, but I'll bring you along.